Right now, beneath the streets of New York City, there are tunnels you were never meant to know about. Not subway lines. Not tourist spots. These are hidden passages, sealed, forgotten, and some say, still active. Workers have reported strange noises echoing from behind concrete walls. Maps don't show them. Officials don't talk about them. So the question is, what's really hiding under NYC, and why is it still being kept secret? New York City is already known for having one of the largest underground systems in the world. The New York City subway. But what most people don't realize is that this system is just the surface layer. Beneath it lies something far more complex. Decades ago, during rapid expansion in the early 1900s, engineers and construction crews began digging deeper than ever before. Officially, these tunnels were meant for transportation, utilities, and infrastructure. But over time, certain sections were quietly abandoned, sealed off, and erased from public records. One of the most mysterious examples is the so-called ghost stations. Like the famous City Hall station. It was once one of the most beautiful stations ever built, but suddenly closed in 1945 and left untouched. Why? Officials said it was due to low usage. But that doesn't explain why access was restricted so heavily. Or why parts of the surrounding tunnel network remain off-limits even today. And that's where things get even stranger. Urban explorers, people who risk everything to explore forbidden places, have claimed there are hidden corridors branching off from known subway lines. Corridors that don't appear on any official map. Some describe massive steel doors. Others talk about tunnels that go far deeper than the subway itself. And in a city where every inch of space is valuable, why would entire tunnel systems just be forgotten? Even more unsettling, there have been reports from maintenance workers. People who say they've heard distant metallic sounds. Like something moving far below where anyone should be working. No scheduled construction. No official explanation. Just echoes, in the dark. So this raises a serious question. Are these tunnels really abandoned? Or are they being used for something we're not supposed to see? But here's where things take a darker turn. Some of these hidden tunnels may not have been built for public use at all. During the Cold War era, fear was at its peak. The government began preparing for worst-case scenarios, nuclear threats, large-scale attacks, total chaos. And cities like New York became a priority. According to declassified reports, there were plans to build deep underground shelters. Secure locations where officials could operate, even if the surface was completely destroyed. One of the most talked about locations is beneath Grand Central Terminal. Far below the busy crowds and daily commuters. There's a hidden track, Track 61. It's not listed on public schedules. It doesn't appear on standard maps. And yet, it exists. Some claim it was used to secretly transport high-profile individuals. Even the US president, without anyone knowing. But that's just the beginning. Because surrounding areas reportedly contain restricted corridors. Rooms with heavy blast doors, and pathways that connect far beyond what we're told. And then there are the workers who've seen things they weren't supposed to see. Stories of sudden shutdowns. Security teams appearing out of nowhere. And orders to leave immediately, no questions asked. One former contractor even claimed they were working on maintenance deep underground when they came across a tunnel that wasn't on their blueprint. No markings. No signs. Just a long, dark passage stretching into complete silence. They were told to ignore it. To seal it. And never speak about it again. Now think about that for a second. In a city mapped down to the smallest detail, how do entire tunnels exist without record? And more importantly, who are they really for? Because if these tunnels were only part of old infrastructure, they wouldn't need this level of secrecy. They wouldn't need armed security. They wouldn't need to be hidden this carefully. So maybe, just maybe, some parts of New York's underground aren't abandoned at all. They're still in use. Just not for the public. So what's really happening beneath New York City? Because the deeper you look, the less it feels like history. And more like something that's still active, right now. Over the years, multiple independent reports have pointed to one unsettling pattern. Areas underground that suddenly become restricted, without explanation. No public announcement. No clear reason. Just access, gone. Even today, parts of the New York City subway system remain completely off limits. Not abandoned, but controlled. And when people try to get close, they're stopped. Immediately. No warnings. No second chances. Just silence. Then there are the sounds. Late at night, a hidden system designed for use in times of crisis. Others think they connect to locations we're not supposed to know about. And a few believe something even more disturbing. That certain sections are still being used right now. For purposes never meant for the public. So next time you see the streets of New York, remember this. Beneath your feet, there may be entire pathways, rooms, and systems that officially don't exist. And yet, they're still there, waiting. The real question is, if these tunnels were ever fully revealed to the public, what would we find? And would they even let us see it? If you made it this far, comment underground if you think something is being hidden. And tell me, would you go down there? If you had the chance?